I wanted to ask you, man. I was always curious about your work with Rakim on his album, you know, the 18th Letter. What was it like? Because that was at a point in his career where he was really, don't call it a comeback, but that was, he was setting up, the next chapter of his career. What was
that's
the thought
exactly
process?
what it was.
Yeah, what was your approach as a producer saying, all right, Ra, we're gonna take you? Was the goal to get him on the radio, get him in a club? Like what was your mind as a producer?
The goal was to get him interested in rapping to
Wow.
things that I came up with. Like Slick Rick too. When I worked on Slick Rick's album when he came home from jail, I made tracks for like 2 weeks and he wouldn't even come in the room. Here's something a lot of people don't know. When Rakim was like 11, Wine Dance Day happened. And there was a guy named King Charles from Queens that had a stupid sound system. And he used to bring the sound system to Wine Dance Day. And he brought me with him one year. And I'm DJing. And this little dude is on the mic on a crate. And it was Rakim. So
what?
later on, when we sitting in the studio, and I've known Rakim since the beginning of Rakim, like making records. Just cool Rakim, just like cool, we meet each other and your crew knows, I know all the dudes in your crew. So we just gonna know each other like that, right? And we're sitting in the studio and I say, yo, when's the first time you rhymed at Wine Dance Day? He said, how you know I rhymed at Wine Dance Day? I said, I'll tell you in a second. I said, when's the first time? He said, yo, man, I think I was like 11. I said, I believe you were 11. He was like, how you know that? I said, because I was DJing. He was like, wait a minute, Clark. So you was my DJ the first time I got on a mic at a park jam. And I was like, how about that?
That's crazy, man.
Like, it might not even make sense to people that I'm older than Rakim.
It doesn't.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I feel like he's older than everybody. Like
the reason why is because at 16, he became the most important MC, period.
Yeah.
Rakim is literally the most important MC ever.
Nah, it's Alpha and Omega. Like after him, like everyone that came before him, he rendered them pretty much obsolete.
Yeah. Because he stopped rapping and he was the advent of rhyming.
Yeah. So when y'all were making that album, how were you able to fit him into a, I guess back then would be a modern day context? What was your process?
I literally, for almost 2 sessions, just sat around talking to him. Got the A&R mad at me, like, Clark, you're wasting money. I'm like, no, this is actually gonna help you because I'm getting him into a place of he wants to really, really rap to some shit that might not necessarily be regularly used. And that thing that we did for 2 years got him to trust me, right? But then at the advent of him trusting me, it was like he ain't trust nobody else. So I would have beats from whomever that the A&R would give me because it basically became, I'm gonna like basically A&R your album, right? Yeah. Cool. So I'm showing him beats that I'm like, these are good, these are good, these are good. And he's going, yo, who did this? And when I tell him, he's going, nah. And I'm like, so what I started doing when I got a beat that I thought he should rhyme to, I was like, I did it. Oh, bet, yo, let me go right to this. I don't give a damn how I got to get. Yo, that's me being a record music, a record company guy.
You got a Jedi mind trick.
I'm gonna get the shit done. So I did that for producers that weren't like more famous enough for him to. The only producer that he actually was like, okay, I trust him is Premier.
Yeah, right. Even Pete, he didn't trust Pete.
He just didn't necessarily like say, oh yeah, immediately.
Chill.
I had to be like, yo, this shit's fire. You know, Pete gave you some fire, and then he would listen, and he'd be like,
The Saga Begins. That was my joint. That was the one.
Yeah,
that shit. Man. Yeah,
right.
But the fact that he rhymed to Guess Who's Back was mind blowing to me. But then it gave me the ability to do something that I really didn't get to do on records. Like the whole end of the record, I'm scratching, which I didn't really do on records a lot. But I was like, he was like, yo, man, get to the zigga ziggas because of the intro of the record. Once again, back is the incredible. He's like, yo, you got to scratch that at the end of the record. And I'm just like, oh no, I don't. This record's gonna have a hard end. He was like, nope. And he would challenge me by going, okay, I'll do the scratches.